Hello again and welcome to the Gobby Gaffer. I hope you're all doing okay. Fine and tickety-boo. It's definitely tickety-boo here at SC Cambuur. We've had a really good start to the season. I'm chuffed to bits actually. Let's have a quick look at the schedule and do a little bit of catching up, shall we? So I played 6 games off camera. The first one was SN. We beat them 2-1. Then we played Almelo. We beat them 4-1. And then it was NAC Breeder. We had a 4-2 win against them. And then Groningen, very close game that one, 1-0. A lot of the kind of things that you get in Football Manager where it kind of tells you about what you should be saying to the players. Apparently we were massive underdogs for that game, but we scraped it 1-0, so that was a nice result. And then we played Utrecht, who are looking like they're going to be one of the big rivals up in that kind of European spots area, and we actually got battered in that game 3-0. Then I chucked a friendly in there. And the last game we played was Sparta Rotterdam. And that was a little bit of a disappointing 2-2. What I found is in the first 3 or 4 games, we were playing really slick football. We were doing lovely little triangles. The ball was straight to feet. We were nipping in, nicking the ball, and then, playing the ball forward. Grot was, every time he hit the ball, it was in the back of the net. The last few games, that's completely gone now. So the AI's done something to my team. Not quite sure. Balls are going astray now. I think in the last game, Grot hit the post and the crossbar 3 times. So those balls that were going in, now they're not going in. And consequently, we've now, when I say we're now losing games, we've lost 1 and drawn 1. So a little bit of a dip in form, thanks to the AI. Thanks, Football Manager. Brilliant work. But yeah, we've lost 1 and drawn 1. And that's kind of taken a little bit of the shine off where we were in the league. So let's have a look where we are in the league. And yes, after 8 games, we're a very respectable 3rd at the moment. We're actually only 3 points behind Ajax. But then again, if we're looking down into that 8th position that we finished in last season, that they're on 13. So we're actually only 4 points above. I mean, it's early doors, isn't it? And it's at this stage of the season, it's still very close. But overall, very pleased. Like I said in the last episode, I wasn't able to do the amount of signings I wanted to do. One of the problems I've got now is it's still an aging squad. So although we have been doing okay, and I don't know whether this is what the AI is trying to tell me, that in the first 3 or 4 games when my players are very fit and raring to go, we're doing really well. But as we start playing a few games and the older players get a bit tired, then they're not going to play as well. I don't know. I mean, again, comment down below. Has this happened to you? It seems to be something that the AI does, and you can guarantee it. You'll be on a really nice run, but the dreaded message you don't want to see is SC Cambuur, 6 games unbeaten. You kind of know that in the next game or the game after that, you'll get beat. So it's one of them, isn't it, really? Anyway, less of the waffling. We're going to get out to some football. And today we've got 3 games for you again. So we've got Wilhelm 2 in the Eredivisie. We have the first round of the Dutch Cup against DEM. They're a half-star reputation club, so that's kind of akin to a friendly, or it should be. But it's a cup. Who knows? And then we have an away game, NEC and Nijmegen back in the Eredivisie again. So 2 league games and a cup game. Let's get stuck into it straight away. Oh, and before I forget, a transfer deadline day. Yes, we did lose our keeper to Chelsea. And it was one of those... Chelsea have come in for your goalkeeper. What did you get? 30, 40 million? Because that's the kind of money that Chelsea spent. No, 500,000 we got for him. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but anyway. But, deadline day, we did bring another keeper in. And it's a Radek Vitek, a 23-year-old Czech. He's 6'6", so you would expect aerial reach of 19. We do need to work on a few things with him, but he's coming as a 4-star, and it's kind of saying there that, he's an important player, but there's no room for improvement. But to be honest, if he just stays a 4-star and continues to improve some of his, you know, like communication, if he improves that, and not too bothered about kicking, because I generally play with a ball out from the back, so not too bothered about kicking. But one or two of his attributes could be improved on. But he is only 23; he's very young for a goalkeeper. But I think we've got quite a good sign in there, and he has played quite well for us. Anyway, as you were, back to the football. One or two niggling injuries around the squad at the moment, so there's one or two little changes here and there. But the team is we've got the new goalkeeper today, so you can have a look at him. Hopefully, he puts on a good performance. So Vitek in goal, back four of Jacob, Siebert, Aniba, and Suarez. Helgeson and Lindhorst are the two midfield players. We've got Conte and Azakan as the wingers. Lasada is the shadow striker, behind Grot, who is the advance forward. And we're underway. I'm not quite sure which team will turn up today. Will it be the slick passing team? I mean, from that first pass, maybe not, but I mean, that's looking nice. You see, there we go. You know, in games 3 and 4, that would have been in the back of the net. This game, no, it goes outside the post. Well, we have got possession again, so Azakan down the right-hand side. What's he going to do with this? He's going to pass it all the way back to Suarez, back to Azakan, and again that goes outside the same post. So we've had 2 chances in the first 3 minutes and neither have gone in the back of the net. Lindhorst comes out to Lasada. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but the referee's blown his whistle. So it's all us at the moment. 5 shots, none on target, unfortunately. Seems to be the way it's going at the moment. So that's a nice header out of defence. Helgeson, Lasada. Grot needs to get himself onside. Jacob, Conte. Back to Jacob. And that one actually goes the right side of the post. And Lasada scores for a 1-0 after 10 minutes. Some nice build-up play, and we were, for the first time in the game, we were a little bit more clinical. He swings his left boot at that Lasada, and that's a very nice finish. So 1-0. We need to build on that now. Hopefully that gives us a little bit of confidence. I'm not quite sure what's been happening in the last 2 games. I don't know whether it's lack of confidence or it's, you know, tiredness. I'm not quite sure. I mean, Utrecht, I suppose they're a little bit up there with the Feyenoords, and maybe not Ajax's class, but definitely up there. So we did struggle against Utrecht. That's a looped ball right over to this side. Conte slides it in, and that's gone in the back of the net. Helgeson is claiming that one. It looked like it got a deflection to me. So we're 2-0 up after 12 minutes. Let's have a quick look at this one again. Azakan swings that ball over to Conte. Right, so that was an own goal actually, but I'm sure Helgeson will claim that one. Yeah, the keeper was completely wrong-footed there. I think he probably would have saved that if it had been a clean strike. Anyway, Wilhelm got the ball now. Are they going to mount something of a fight back here? Hopefully not. Ball over the top. Siebert picks it out with his head. Wasn't too difficult to pick out. It was a poor ball. But there's a ball forward there. Lasada's hit the post now. And Jacob missed that interception, but there was no highlight from it, so that's fine. 20 minutes gone, 2-0 up, playing really well. Lots of green stats there on our squad, so that's nice to see. Ball swung in. And that one just goes by the same post again. We're liking that post, aren't we, in this game? The ball either goes inside it or outside it, not so much the other post. And we do have an injury, so Lindhorst has got injured. We're going to have to make a sub, so we'll bring Jacobs on for Lindhorst. That's not ideal because we have got 1 or 2 injuries in the squad at the moment. So 1 or 2 players on the bench are on fitnesses today, so we'll probably give them a little bit of a run out at some stage. Cust, he's got quite a bad injury. He's been out. He's on a fitness today. Toll is out. Toll has been injured. Ooh, nice save from their keeper. Okay, let's get the big lads up. Swing it over to that back post. But nobody managed to get their head onto that one. We have been scoring quite a few goals from corners, which is a bit unlike us actually. But Siebert particularly, he can head a mean corner. So I've given him a little pat on the back. Second half's underway. Probably make some subs very shortly. But we're building from the back again with Siebert over the top to Conte. Ball in to nobody, but it comes to Jacobs and we hit the frame of the goal again. Referee's whistle's gone though. Long ball out from the keeper. Can we pick that one up? No, we can't. Then midfield picks the ball up. He's going to slide that through for somebody. Well, that was very, very poor again. Very, very poor. Can Grot get onto that? I don't think he's got the speed. Conte, though, nips in smartly, picks that ball up. Grot! Okay, seriously. How many times are we going to hit the frame of the goal in this game? It's getting a little bit ridiculous, this. Okay, back with our keeper. He's rolling the ball out. We just need to be nice and careful with this ball now. When I said nice and careful, I meant nice and careful. Let's not... Oh, they've hit the frame of the goal now as well. Okay, but it's back safely with our keeper. 62 minutes gone. We will be making some subs very shortly. We'll just watch this highlight. That comes out to nobody. Okay, 3 subs all across the back. So Prado, Toll and the young lad at Eidegen is coming on. So we replace like 3/4 of the defence. Just gives a little bit more legs. We're back with a Wilhelm 2. They're actually before the game they were in 8th spot, so they were in the spot that we finished in last season. That's a spot that we want to try and avoid this season, which at the moment we seem to be doing okay at, but there's still a lot of the game to play yet. It's nearly half an hour of the game to play, and I've seen games like this go completely west before, so we do need to be a little bit careful. The substitutes have not been made yet. They have now, so we've got 3/4 of a new defence now, and hopefully the extra legs out there will be beneficial. Conte again, he's having a really good game, and I think again he's hit the post with that. But he's doing absolutely amazing stuff down that left-hand side, and now he picked up another injury. Lasada has now got injured. Okay, last sub then. 2 injuries in 1 game. Not ideal. So Rock has come on to replace Lasada. 75 minutes played. Nothing happening now, which is quite nice. If the referee wants to blow his whistle anytime soon, that'll do for me. The young kid eyed again with a lovely ball forward. Unfortunately, Grot couldn't put that ball in the back of the net. So we've got about 10-12 minutes left of the game now. Helgeson to Rock. Rock loses the ball in the penalty area, and a smart ball out from their defence sets them going down the right wing. They've only got 1 player in penalty area. Vitek makes a smart save, and it's a corner. That's picked out by one of our central defenders quite nicely. Ooh, be very, very careful there. Don't be giving penalties away in the 82nd minute. Right, there's nothing else I can do now, substitutes-wise. 2 injuries in 1 game. We'll have to hope that they're not bad injuries. But that's a very, very nice win. 2-0. And I can't ask for more than that. I'm going to say it's as comprehensive as it gets. You've blown them away. Just give them a really good pat on the back. I think we need a little bit of motivation going on at the moment. And with that result, all the top teams now, no, sorry, not all the top teams, Feyenoord have still got a game to play. But we are in 2nd place at the moment, 3 points behind Ajax. Still very early days. So Lindhorst is now out for 3 to 4 weeks. Not ideal. And Lasada is out for 3 weeks as well. So we've got a couple of days off now before we play the first round of the Dutch Cup. So we'll see you in the dugout for that one. Okay, and here we are for the first round of the Dutch Cup. Should be quite an easy game, this one. Again, football, you never know. But I am blooding a few of the young players today. So you will see, for instance, Pronk in midfield and Bosch up front. A couple of the young lads out of the reserves, you know, got really good potential. So anyway, the team is Vitek in goal, back four of Jacob, Siebert, Jeslen is one of the young kids, so we'll have a look at him today. Eidegen is going to play on the right side of the defence. He's another one of the young kids. We've got Arimu and Pronk in midfield. Landu and Masaba change again in the winger department. Rock is going to play the shadow striker, and the young lad Bosch is going to be the striker for today. So we get to highlight within the first 2 minutes. Jacob swings the ball in, that's in the back of the net. Siebert, I did mention Siebert in the last game, he's been doing that quite a lot. So he's got those corners off to a tee now. Jacob with a lovely floated corner over, and Siebert rises above everybody else, and we're 1-0 up. So that's a very nice start indeed. So we need to try and use these young players as much as we can today, really, just to get them a little bit acclimatised to bigger games. And Masaba has the easiest of tap-ins. Again, we hit the frame of the goal. What is going on? But Masaba, that was just in the right place at the right time. Landu came forward with that. Hits the post. Masaba says thank you very much, and that was the easiest tap in he'll probably get in his career. So we're 2-0 up after 5 minutes, and this is going, well, it's going to script, really, isn't it? This should be, you know, we're a 3-star team, they're a half-star team. It should be a very easy game for us, this. Come on, can we nick that ball off them? Good crowd in as well for the first round of the Cup, by the looks of it. Not quite sure what it is. Headed out to Arimu to Rock. Rock is moving forward. Pronk, lovely ball over the top to Landu. Landu into Rock, and it's in the back of the net for the third goal. 3-0 up after 10 minutes. This could be a cricket score. I know I shouldn't do, but I always kind of feel a little bit sorry for the, you know, these lower ranking teams, because, you know, we were all there once upon a time, weren't we? And the worst thing in the world as a lower ranked team is going to a higher ranked team and getting absolutely steamrolled. So, like I say, probably shouldn't feel like that, because, you know, this is unfair. We've just scored the fourth. Siebert again with another header from the corner. Yes, I suppose I shouldn't feel like that, really, because, you know, it's money in the bank, it's progression in a cup. But I do have a little bit of a soft spot for the lower league teams, because I've been a manager of them. And while we're talking about lower league teams as well, I had a quick look at how Fylde are doing. They're actually in the relegation area in the Championship. Their form has been absolutely awful. I think they've won 2 games all season. The rest of them they've lost. So that's quite sad to see. I suppose, you know, there are those of you who will say we'd have loved to see what you could have done with them in the Championship. You know, and I get that, I understand that. But I think for the good of my career, I did need to move on. I did need to get some you know, European experience. And with Fylde, I'm not quite sure, because could we ever see Fylde in the Premier League? Probably not. I mean, maybe they would have found the level in the Championship, not quite sure. But would I have ever got European football like I'm going to get with SC Cambuur? And I am quite confident of that. I mean, obviously we've not got it this season, but next season I'm quite confident we will be in some European competition. So we've not even played half an hour yet. We're 4-0 up. Virtually every player on the team are in green ratings. That was a very, very poor free kick. You can definitely see the level here, can't you? Lovely ball forward to Rock, and he's going to put that in the back of the net. And we can see that coming a mile off. It'd be very nice if we did that against Ajax, wouldn't it? You know, for a 1-0. Not going to happen, really, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, it was a poor free kick from them, but we nicked it quite well. Just broke down that left-hand side. Rock puts the ball in the back of the net. And half an hour gone and we're 5-0 up. So it literally could be a cricket score, this. I mean, it's not quite a reserve team, this, but we have got 3 reserve team players playing today. I'd like to see the young kid up front get a goal. Just to, you know, bring him in the first team. For him to get a goal would be very, very nice. Would do his confidence a lot of good. And Lando has made it 6-0. Absolutely steamrolling them. Steamrolling them. I think we've scored 3 goals in the last 2 or 3 minutes. There's still only half an hour on the clock. So the difference in level here is well, it's stark, isn't it, really? We've had 18 shots, 10 on target, an XG of 2.24. Again, makes a bit of a mockery of the XG rating, doesn't it? 2.24, and we've scored 6 goals. Well, that's a nice ball swung into the penalty area, and that is a very, very nice goal from Beaucamp. A very, very nicely taken goal. And we kick off the second half with us in possession again. Pronk with the ball, puts his foot on the ball like he knows what he's doing. Arimu over the top. This is Bosch's chance. I feel really sorry for the young kid. Really sorry. The AI has got us hitting the post at the moment so many times. It's just, you know, it's ridiculous. And unfortunately, Bosch is in the team at the time when the AI is doing that to us. Great shame. That would have been nice for the young kid to have got a goal on his debut. Never mind. It's all good experience for them. They're probably all going to get 90 minutes in this game. Landu down this left-hand side. Arimu. Poor ball. That's the first poor ball that we've played in this game. That's a nice ball from Yesen, is his name? Yesen? Yesian. Rock is forward with this one, and that one gets saved by the keeper. Bosch slides the ball in, but second bite of the cherry, and Rock doesn't miss this time. And Bosch actually is the provider for the goal. So that's nice for the young kid. I've been getting messages about this young Bosch that, you know, potentially he's going to be better than some of the leading players we have in the team. I think he's got a potential of 4.5 stars, so you probably will be seeing a lot more of him as he progresses. And every single player in the team is on a green rating now. We have a 10 there. Not quite sure who that was. We'll have another look in a second. Quite lapsed there in defence. Come on, lads. I know we're winning 7-1, but we still need to stay switched on. It's a good practice game, this. We need to put all the principles, defending and attacking, need to put them all into playing games like this, so that when we play the Ajaxes and the Feyenoords of this world, it all flows nicely, and we all know what we're doing. Little bit of inexperience showing there from Yessian. You just let that player run away from him. Couple of changes. I've brought Resync on in midfield, and Toller's come on at the back. So I'm not going to change any of the instructions. We just carry on playing as we are. There's no reason really. It's Rock actually. Rock is on a 10 green rating. Landu, lovely finish from Landu for 8-1. Absolutely marvellous finish that. Resync, lovely ball forward. I mean, they're right back there. Didn't even track the player. Just allowed Landu to just run with the ball and slide it round the keeper for 8-1. Heidigan swings the ball in the box. We've hit the post again. How many more times? How many more times are we going to hit the frame of the goal? It's getting to ridiculous proportions now. Absolutely ridiculous proportions. We have a penalty. Landu's going to take that. He fires it right down the middle. The keeper kind of stayed where he was and very nearly got a hand to it, but in the end, it kind of came off the keeper's hands. 9-1. Nice little run out. One or two tired legs now. Jacob was looking very, very tired, so I brought Jacobs on there. I don't really have a left wing back on the bench. I do. I have Cust on there, but he's coming back from injury. Don't want to risk him in this game. So Jacobs, he's not a wing back, but he can do that job for us. There's only 10 minutes of the game to go. And unfortunately, the young kid Bosch, even though we've scored 9 goals, has not managed to get on the score sheet, which is a little bit of a shame. But Landu, again, oh, it's been flagged off. Come on, can Bosch just get a goal just to round his game off here? Just wide of the post from Rock. Rock's had an absolutely amazing game as that shadow striker. Toll into the box. I think we're getting a little bit tired now, which is not surprising. We've put a lot of effort in this game. That was a dreadful kick out from their keeper. They had no players down that left-hand side. Why he kicked it down there, I have no idea. Heidigan, Masaba, Pronk. And now that's a nice finish from the young kid. Danny Pronk. That was a lovely finish, that. Masaba just lays it back and Pronk hits it with his right boot straight into the top corner. Absolute beauty. 10-1. Demolition job. Come on, send it back into the box. I want Bosch to score. Masaba. Just go on, Masaba. Just slide it to Bosch. No. Pronk's it at it again. Oh my word. What a strike from Pronk for the 11th goal and his second in the game. What a strike from the young kid. He got a bit of a lucky bounce there, but my word, what a strike. Well, I expected to win that game. Probably not 11-1, but a nice run out for some of the young kids there. So can we now take that form and that momentum? I mean, will that 11-1 win get, really boost morale? Because we've got an away game now at NEC Nijmegen and back in the Eredivisie again. It's important we keep picking up points in there. We're not going to win every single game this season because we're still learning about this, this area of the league that we're in. But we do need to be picking points up against teams like that. So we'll see you in the dugout for that one. Very important game. Well, welcome to the Het Goffert Stadion. There's some really complicated words to get your tongue round in this country. Anyway, so back to a more familiar lineup. We played quite a few of the kids in the cup game, so back to a more familiar lineup today. So we've got Vitek in goal, back for Van der Koos. Yes, he's back from injury. Got Toll and Aniba centre back. Suarez is back as right wing back. Helgeson and Jacobs in midfield. Conte and Azakan on the wings. Rock keeps his place as shadow striker. You watch him have an absolute stinker today. He got a 10 rating in that cup game. You watch him have an absolute stinker. And we've got Grot up front, whose form seems to have dropped an awful lot of late. He was scoring goals for fun in the first 3 or 4 games. The last 4 games, not so much. But anyway, so he gets a start today. So this again, we've got to be really careful of. Our opponents today are 6th in the league, so they're looking to get into those European places. So I'm expecting quite a difficult game today. I think we're just going to call them NEC just for ease. Ball over there. Suarez. I mean, that was the weirdest clearance ball you'll ever see. De Jong over the bar, skims the top of the net. We don't seem to have started very well at all in this game, which I suppose after that 11-1 win is, I don't know, is it on the cards or not? You know, in the normal run of football, you would have thought that that would have given us a massive morale boost, but Rock absolutely fires us into the lead. We're 1-0 in the lead at NEC, and that, as I'm speaking and trying to give a little bit of balance to the game, Rock picks that ball up, lovely ball to him, and absolutely fires that ball into the back of the net with his left foot. Absolutely cracking goal. So maybe my prediction about Rock having an absolutely awful game today, fortunately, is maybe not going to come true. He scored an absolute screamer there. Good save from Vitek. So a corner to NEC. Swinging the ball in. Ball's headed out. Straight to a red shirt again though. He gets another chance to put that ball in. And Vitek just picks that ball out of the air. NEC with the ball again. Come on, can we keep the ball in their half? No, we can't. That's a nice nip in there. Although Conte has lost that ball. So they're building play up down their left-hand side. Ball into the box. That's going to get slid across, and that's a header into the back of the net. Fed de Jong, we were in for him. Fed de Jong was one of my main targets in the transfer window, and he decided to go to NEC instead of coming to us. Absolutely terrific potential, that kid. Not great. 1-1. 16 minutes on the clock. Can we pull this back again? So we're pushing on to half time now. Very, very little action. The match momentum is having it swinging to NEC's way very, very much. So I'm going to give them a flea in the rear. Yeah, Grot's not having the greatest of games again. So I'm going to bring Masaba on up front. He's not a natural centre forward, but I just feel like we need a little bit of something different up top. So the second half gets underway, and it's still quite flat. Well, it is as far as we're concerned. Suarez with a throw in to Rock. Suarez back to Helgeson. Jacobs. Ball over the top. So picking this ball up in defence. We're coming out with it now. Conte into midfield. Azarkan to Jacobs. Jacobs has another try. This time he tries to chip the keeper, but again, over the top. Couple of changes just to see if we can swing this game in our favour. I've moved Rock forward now, so we've got a twin strike force. And I brought Landu on as a winger on this left-hand side. And I've told him to aim his crosses right into the middle. So hopefully Masaba or Rock can get some benefit from that. I've also upped the tempo a little bit as well, just to see if we can quicken the game up a little bit. But it's NEC with the ball again. Very, very good crowd in. Very, very good crowd. It's quite a big game, this one, though, in the grand shape of things. Right, we need to cut this out. This is not good. Oh, we're not cutting that out then. So we're down 2-1 now. I mean, that was extremely poor. Why did nobody close him down then? Okay, so... Right, we need to have words about that. That is not good enough. Right, we're gonna give him a demand more. We're gonna go very attacking. I think this game is in danger of slipping away from us now, though. NEC have been up for this game right from the kickoff. I don't think we have, really. Come on, we need him to give the ball away here. Pick this ball up. Can we at least get a point out of this game? Because this is quite poor. What's going on there? A howler by their keeper. I was just saying, could they give the ball back to us? And they did. The keeper gave us the ball in the back of the net. 2-2. And well, Masaba has come on as a striker. And, I mean, fair dues. You know, he was gifted that, wasn't he? Absolutely gifted that by the keeper. But Masaba sticks the ball in the back of the net and we 2-2. Okay, come on. Let's go. I'm going to give them some encouragement now. Can we get a winner in this game? We've not played particularly well, but that header's been won nicely there. It's ended up with a red shirt. Can you give the ball back to us again? Because we really like that. It was quite nice. Right, come on now. We don't need to see them playing this ball around like this. Just watch your positioning. Follow the runners. That's not following the runner, is it? I thought that was in the back of the net then. One last highlight. Is it one last highlight? It's a corner to NEC. This is going to get headed out. We're going to go on a massive breakaway and score the winner from this. Mark my words. No, yes, Jacobs has got the ball. It's over the top for nobody. But Azarkan's got the ball now. Oh, and the referee's blown his whistle. Referee! Oh, well, a 2-2 at NEC. Not a bad result in the grand shape of things. And I'm going to say to them, I'm not happy with the performance. We need to be winning games like that. So as it stands then, that's 10 games played. We're in 4th position now with 21 points. But we're very, very equidistant, aren't we, between top and that 8th position. So 16 points. Well, maybe not actually. We're 5 points ahead of that 8th position. And we're actually only 3 points off the top. Feyenoord, by the way, did beat Ajax. Ajax had just played Feyenoord. Big top of the table game. And with that, 2 wins and a draw again. We seem to be getting good at that. These 3-game episodes, 2 wins and a draw, seems to be the natural run of things. Anyway, I mean, you know, if that happens for the rest of the season, I show you 3 games and we'll win 2 and draw 1. I mean, I'm on board with that. Don't know about you. I mean, that would see us, I think, in the European spots. Anyway, going to do the usual now. Go and play a few games off camera. And then we'll come back. We'll probably have played about 15, 16 games by then. We probably will reach the halfway of the season point. So anyway, things are going rather well. I'm quite happy at the moment. We'll see you in the next episode. And let's see if we can keep this good run going. Because I want to get into Europe next season. I want to challenge myself against some Europeans. Even if it's in the Conference League, I don't mind. I don't even know at this stage whether the Europa League might be a little bit too much for us. But then we have got a summer transfer window. And with a little bit more, you know, a little step up in prestige, we might be able to pull these players in like that De Jong was talking about in that last game. We very nearly got him, but he went to NEC instead, and he was one of about a dozen players who did that. We didn't get them. They went there. Obviously, that's making their teams better, and our team's suffering because of that. So we do need to get this average age down. Anyway, less of the waffling. We'll see you in the next episode, and the quest continues. European football.